Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Ken Susi here with another Fishman Live. Don't forget to check out www.fishman.com. That is Fishman's website. They have electric, acoustic, MIDI, amplifiers, anything that you would ever want from Fishman. It is all right there on the website. Let's not forget that they are nice enough to let me, being Ken Susi, the brand manager of Fishman Fluence Pickups, to join you every single week on Wednesday from 3 to 4 o'clock. It's important for me to get out there and make sure that I'm answering all your questions about Fluence, you know, the pickups, how they install into guitars, all the deep details. I like to dive right into all the good stuff that you would want to know, especially if you're like a first-time pickup person that, you know, doesn't know much about pickups. Do you want to know what model fits you best? Do you, you know, are you having problems installing a pickup, or do you need help or some guidance? I am here for all of that. I can lead you in the way of the right product for you. I love to pop in and show you wiring diagrams, how to wire things, you know, talking about pickups in general. Also, I like to, you know, reference the site because it gets you kind of acclimated as to how our website works, how the install guides are, how they're positioned, why they're positioned a certain way. Oh, excuse me. And also, let's not forget, I'm going to hype this up right now. Fishman also has this great site right here. It's called fishmanstore.com. And as you can see, I'm navigating right now. You know, we've got great stuff here. We've got hats. We've got t-shirts. Everything you hear is true. Fluence shirt. Look how awesome that is. Look how great these shirts are. Yeah, so you get t-shirts, you get hats. Over here on the left-hand side, you can see that we have Fluence series, any type of Fluence series pickups that you could buy direct from our store online. One of my favorite things is the accessory store. I know I keep talking about this, but if there's a, you know, a pot, a cover, a wire, a battery, if you want to buy something that, you know, you might have like hacked up or need a replacement part of, or just anything that Fishman makes that's like an individual part, we sell it right here on this store. So you don't have to call customer support. You can just jump on here and load up. I mean, look at these universal battery packs. Really, really cool things here. But okay, as I said, I am broadcasting right now on my personal Instagram. Everyone who is writing right now, I'm seeing people writing, they're asking questions. Please head over to Lord of the Rigs. This is another place. This is my YouTube channel, Lord of the Rigs, Ken Susi. Head over there, like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these live broadcasts. But I'm also broadcasting on Fishman's Facebook and Twitch account. So feel free to jump on the feed anywhere you want. Yeah, and basically participate. I will not be taking questions from Instagram. You have to come to one of the landing spots and just ask me anything you want. And when you do, I will be, just like Heavy Kevy here, I will be putting your question right up here on the screen for everyone to see. So make sure that, you know, your penmanship is good, your spelling is right, and your grammar is right. Just kidding. Oh, sure, go on when I'm leaving work. Haha. Ken, last week was mine and my wife's 3rd anniversary. Could you play Darkest Nights for me, bro? Thanks, you're the best. Yes, I can totally play Darkest Nights for you, 100%. As you guys all know, I just got off of a tour with As I Lay Dying. A few tours, actually. 9 weeks of touring with As I Lay Dying. And yes, I've been playing a lot of their songs. I've been playing a lot of their songs online. So haven't practiced that one in a while, but I'm going to go for it. Charles is writing, I keep missing these, dag nabbit. Well, you're not missing it now. I'm right here. What is that crackle guitar tuned to? I have it tuned to C. So my lowest string is C, G, C, F, A, D. What am I using in here? Fluence Modern Series humbucker, ceramic in the bridge. I have a mini toggle over here that's in the up position, which is active. If I pull it push it down, sorry, it's going to put it into passive mode. For many of you that know that I have a signature ESP, this is my signature ESP. This is the one I'm using live. As you can see, it's all beat up. But this is my tone knob. When it's down in the down position, it is in the active mode. When I pull it up, it is in the passive mode. So I have a great active sound that I use all the time. If I want to go passive, boom. Fluence is multi-voiced. It has it's noiseless. It is, you know, it's articulate. It's obviously you can change between active or passive. These are really, really great pickups. Now, when I'm in the active mode and I want -6 dB, some people are like, oh, active pickups are too hot for me. Totally fine. Pull this up right here in my particular guitar, and you get a -6 dB gain reduction. I have a ceramic nickel 6-string here in the bridge, ceramic, Alnico nickel in the neck. So, guys, keep doing your thing. I love these questions here. How do you get introduced to the Evertune bridge? I met up with Pascal, the owner, randomly, and he was showing me the technology, and it was very, very early, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I just literally tried it, and I said to myself, I'm going to play a guitar, and this guitar is either going to, you know, the strings are going to bust off of it, or, you know, or the guitar is going to go out of tune. So, luckily the guitar, after 3.5 weeks, started to go out of broke strings, not went out of tune. So, Evertune totally does work. Hey, Ken, just wanted to say I totally support your new journey in life. I wish you luck. Love you, man. Randy, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Again, for those of you that don't know, I haven't been playing with Unearth as of recent. I am taking a hiatus from the band. They have a touring guitar player. His name is Pete. He is cool. No hard feelings between me and the band, just kind of philosophy differences. And they're on their own path, and I'm very, very happy for them and very supportive. I've seen them now live twice. Hey, do you know if Seth from Behemoth uses Fishman along with Adam? Yeah, Nurgle definitely uses Fluence. I'm not sure if Seth is also using them. He should be, if he's not. I wish I knew. Good question, though. I'd have to look at some pics. Over the last 20 years, what changes in metal, both our music and as a scene? Have you been a fan? You have been a fan of. And what have you not been a fan of? Okay. Sorry, that was my reading ain't too good. So anyway, nothing really changes in metal. I think that, like, metal is always evolving. I think, you know, you had thrash metal, you had, like, a lot of different types of metal, like, you know, in the 80s and the 90s, even in the 70s, you know, it's always evolving, just like any other music. Now I feel like it's a little more formulaic. There's a lot of wasn't too many successful metal bands back in the day. And what I mean by that is, obviously you had your Metallicas and your Megadeth and Anthrax and Pantera and all those really great bands, but there was a huge underground scene that kind of, like, suppressed music. There wasn't a lot of mainstream metal bands. Now that there's more mainstream metal bands that are, you know, playing big venues, there's a lot of copycat bands popping up. You get a lot of, like, copycat bands that, like, pop up and do their thing, and, you know, they may sound like your favorite band. They may get bigger just because they're younger or their timing's better. But whatever it is, that's the only thing that I don't really like, is that, you know, you come up with an original sound, next thing you know, you wake up and there's like 70 other bands doing it online. And it kind of just, like, waters down what you've already, you know, all the hard work you put in. But other than that, music's great. There is a lot of great music out there in the world. And yeah, it is what it is. Keep your questions coming. I'm going to hit up, I know that Heavy Kevy wanted me to play Darkest Nights. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm in the right tuning. We'll see once I get in there. But yes, we're gonna do this up for him before he leaves for work. Guys, that was Darkest Nights. Sorry, I didn't practice that before recently, so it was a little sloppy at the beginning. But you got the picture. Hey, what's going on, man? How am I? I am doing great. I think your first name is pronounced Samesh, so good to meet you. Thank you for being here. Totally awesome. Chris Card, hey, what's going on? Guys, I'm here. I love that. I love it when people... Guys, if you just pop in and write anything, it obviously helps the algorithms. So feel free to pop in at any time. Hey, do you know if... Oh, yeah, we did this question already. Hello again. All right, here we go. So where can I find tabs for darkness and the light? Or what do I have to do to make you my teacher? You're not busy. I know, David. I'm sorry. I thought Darkness and the Light was done by Sheet Happens. I thought they put out that book. I swear they put out that book. If there's a particular song you want to learn, maybe I'll play it on the live stream so you can go back and watch it in slow-mo or something. Whatever will help. Whatever will help. Hey, Ken, am I still using Kemper's Live or tube amp setup? I am using tube amps. I use the EVH 5153 EL34 heads, which are really, really great. Got those on Mark Lewis's recommendation and absolutely haven't turned back. Using two of those in a 2 notes and a cab of my choosing. I put vintage 30s inside of a 5150 cab, so I have those on the side of the stage. Great question. Thank you. Yo, Ken, what's happening? Have you learned Comfort Betrays yet? No, I am sorry. I do not know the full As I Lay Dying set list right now. I mean, when I say set list, I don't believe that I know their set list. I just don't know all the songs. As a beginner in drumming, would you suggest electronic drum set? Yeah. It's good if you're jamming and you want to like not be deaf and just like hit some drums and get the feel for an instrument. You can do a lot now with electronic drum kit. Obviously the feel isn't like incredibly there. I would think a drummer would tell you that, you know, you should play on a drum kit just because there's a lot of feel that goes into drums. But I think that if you combine practicing on both, it'd be great. You get a real drum kit, you know, you hit around on that until your ears get fatigued. And then, you know, you play it at, you know, if you're really obsessive and want to practice like, you know, 20 hours a day, like most musicians do, you just literally, yeah, bang away on electric kit as well, too. Any chance of a Fluence set for Jazz Masters? A Fluence set for Jazz Masters. I believe you could put the SSA pickups in there currently right now. I believe so. It's been a minute since I've seen a Jazz Master route, but I believe you could throw the SSA in there. And I'll show you. Well, first, let's do this. Fender Jazzmaster. Oh. If you're talking about a modern... Oh, I know what you're talking about. See, in my head... This is probably what you're talking about, and no, we do not have this pickup yet. I know what you're saying. Yeah, because they have the screws right here, north and south. I thought there are some single width ones that I've seen, but I actually was thinking of the modern day Jazzmaster. Sorry, it's taking a second. Going to Sweetwater, going to all these different places. Yeah, that would have been the guitar. What? Anyway, if you had a guitar that looked like this, you could put Fluence Classics in there. 100%. 100%. So, if you have the other pickups, the first pickups I showed you, unfortunately, we do not. Forsaken. I actually don't have my whammy wah set up right now. I'm sorry. I would play Forsaken. Do you use in-ears? Any advice on transitioning into using them or a particular brand you like? I really do like 64 Audio. They're right behind me. I use them for everything. I have 2 pairs, one for live, and then I have a backup. I have the A6T, I believe it's called. They're fantastic. I know Tim Lambesis has the A12s. Those are really great too. They're a little more expensive, but I really like the ones that I have. They're both really, really good. Excuse me. It's gonna cost like $10,000 to get like a full in-ear rig for your band. Ears and, you know, like the setup and the, you know, the interfaces and all that good stuff and the cables. I think it's like a $10,000 investment. So you gotta have a little bit of money and you gotta have a little bit of patience. But anyway, David, how you doing? Davilia, or Davia, would you be able to elaborate? Are these philosophical differences with Unearth over day-to-day touring logistics or perhaps musical direction? Does it breed resentment at all? I'll answer the first question first, the last question first. No, I am not resentful towards the band, and I hope they're not resentful towards me. We've all seen each other and we're all really cool. Moral of the story is that I grew up. I mean, I met Buzz when I was 17 years old. I met Trevor when I was like close to 19 or 20. I've known these guys for, 20-something years at this point. We're brothers, we're friends. There's no resentment. What it really comes down to is when I say philosophical differences, it's not day-to-day touring logistics. It's, things, there's certain things that, like, as a young musician, when I was 19 or 18 or 17, or when we were all, the whole band on Earth was, a specific age, we always said to each other that, like, we were never going to do certain things or play certain types of shows or do certain things in general or play with certain types of bands or whatever it is. You have all these talks as a kid and you live by your convictions. Over time, philosophies change. People want to play more shows. People want to do more things. Me personally, I stuck to what I feel is the best direction for the band. It has everything to do with like picking tours, the day-to-day stuff, like what shows we play, how selective we should be. There is some inner band kind of stuff going on too, like where I was the person who would always say no, and they were the ones that always say yes, and I personally didn't want to continue on a path that I felt like that was not going to be successful. But that was me personally. They are on a path that they feel is going to be successful. So it's just like, really what it comes down to is just a difference in opinion. They have one set of beliefs and I have another. Now, when you say musical direction, no. I love Unearth, and Unearth always sounds like Unearth to me. No matter if it's just me writing or Buzz writing. We do contribute. I mean, we've contributed like 50% of the writing, each one of us, like throughout all the years. So we kind of are Unearth, and I like what the band does. We write the best songs that we possibly can, and there's nothing wrong with that. All of us are just trying to write the best material possible. So there's never a ooh, I don't like what we're doing musically. But what I will say is that I am not featured on the new record. I have one song that I contributed, but other than that, I have, I'm not a part of the mix. I'm not a part of the writing. I'm not a part of, like, the collaborative effort. So that's fine. That kind of happened well before COVID. Sorry, not well before COVID, but when we recorded, back when, people were still stuck at home, I contributed about 4 songs. They used one, and they're on a certain path. And, once once we all agreed that I was going to take a formal hiatus, I believe, I've been out of the mix. So that's it. That's really, no, they're just doing their thing and I'm doing my thing. And, I'm a guitar player for hire at this point. I never thought I'd be that. I am I started on Earth and it was my passion for 20-something years, and here I am, bandless. I've been playing with As I Lay Dying, and they were nice enough to have me. but that's not obviously guaranteed, or you know, who knows if I'll end up playing with them long term or not. But I had a great time with them, and they're all very individually very great people. Mark, what's going on? David, what's going on? If you're playing songs, I'd love to watch Redefined. Oh, man. Shoot. I'm sorry. How about this? I'll play Blinded for you. I actually rehearsed that before. Redefined, I haven't played that in a few weeks now, or in a month, so I don't want to like play that cold. But if you want Redefined, I could play it for you next week. But right now, yeah, I would be more confident playing a couple other songs. I could play Blinded for you. Do you know what we want? Sorry, you know what we want to hear? Can you play Confined? Oh yeah, I can play Confined. I have Confined. All right, this one goes out to Bobo. I'm gonna play Confined. Guys, that was Confined. Don't forget, I am currently broadcasting on Instagram. Right now, Ozfest joined. I'm wicked psyched. Way to see, it's good to see Ozfest, the Ozfest showing up. I just played Confined by As I Lay Dying. I believe they played in 2005 on the headlining tier of Ozfest. I am also, again, if you want to participate and not miss out on any of these live streams, head over on Instagram, Lord of the Rigs, like and subscribe. Don't miss out on any of these. And if you want to contribute to the conversation, I am taking all the questions on that stream, or Fishman's Facebook, or Fishman's Twitch, and I'm broadcasting them right here on these live streams. So feel free to join in, ask some questions. Totally cool. Absolutely love the tone of this particular guitar. This is my ESP M1 Custom Crackle 1987 reissue Fluence Modern ceramic humbucker invoice one right now, ripping it up. What's up, Ozfest? How you doing, buddy? Great to see you. Thanks for always making great posts online. Absolutely love your Instagram at the Ozfest. Don't forget, go over there, like that page for sure. Keep up with all the cool Ozfest. And like maybe I'll talk a little bit about Ozfest right now. I mean, being a young band, you know, always touring in a van, playing VFW halls. One day, I mean, we put out The Oncoming Storm, and then the next thing you know, I mean, the year before we played in 2004, 2003, like Kill Switch, Sworn Enemy, Shadows Fall, some really cool bands played, and that was kind of like the precursor to everybody else kind of getting in there. 2004 is unbelievable. My year, it was Black Sabbath, I want to say Judas Priest, Dimmu Borgir, I think, played on the main stage as well. And Phil Superjoint Ritual played. That was pretty cool. Side stage was amazing. Slipknot was the headliner. I believe we had Hatebreed. No, we didn't have Hatebreed that year. Lamb of God. We had, yeah, Slipknot, Lamb of God, Unearth, Darkest Hour, OTEP, Every Time I Die, Devil Driver. Who else? Throwdown, I think, played. Yeah. Bleeding Through played that year. Oh, wow. Can I name all the bands? Motograter. I think it was Motograter. Trying to think who else was, I did say OTAP. Oh, Lacuna Coil was on that year. I think I named everybody. But anyway, Ozfest was such a great experience. Obviously, Every Time I Die and Unearth were brother bands and still are, and we shared a bus for that whole summer. It's probably one of the funnest summers of my life. Played a lot of rock and roll, got drunk, played guitar. A lot of crazy stuff, set things on fire, stole golf carts. It was a lawless tour. So we also played in 2006 on the headlining tier of the second stage. I know Black Label Society played over us every night. It was us. Bleeding Through, I believe, played, but All That Remains was that year. Life Once Lost was that year. There were so many great bands in 06 as well, too. I can't remember who the headliner was on the main stage. I want to say it was Ozzy still. Oh, no, Ozzy headlined the second stage that year, and I can't remember. It was Disturbed, I think. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, Treyu. Thank you very much. So Treyu played there, too. So anyway, thanks. Yeah, Norma Jean played on 04, too. Thank you, the Ozfest. I really appreciate that. Yes, can't forget our good friends in Norma Jean. But anyway, such a great touring experience. So great. System of a Down played in 06. Yes. See, I'm sorry. I thought System of a Down played on Mayhem Festival with Disturbed too. I think there was kind of a tour that was same headliners, but yeah, it was absolutely awesome. Oh yeah, and we have someone popping in here saying the memory of Battle for Ozfest. Yes, that was really cool too. Sharon Osbourne definitely had this TV show kind of going on in the background, and it was pretty cool. One night, Lamb of God and us, Unearth, and Every Time I Die decided to kidnap one of the kids, and he ended up winning. But there was a lot of great, participants in that, and the same person who won was played Endless with us on stage, which was kind of cool. I think it was to be a part of the show, you had to let somebody play, or have someone contribute to your set. Avenged Sevenfold Did they play? Oh, yeah. Avenged Sevenfold probably played in '06. Oh, wow. I can't remember anything anymore. I'm sorry. I'm that guy. All right, let's go back to some questions. Thanks again, Ozfest. Thanks for taking me down memory lane. It's great that you're here. Ken, have you done anything recently vocally? I still listen to Burn Your Wishes regularly. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. No, I haven't sung on an Unearth record since 2011, Darkness in the Light. And from then, I want to say I have a side project band called Swivel. I don't sing, though. I do harmonies and stuff. And As I Lay Dying, I've been doing harmonies to Ryan Neff. So I'm doing a little bit of singing, but nothing lead. Hell yeah, those EVH EL34s are tough to beat. I own a 6L6 Stealth 100-watt version, and I knew you rocked one for a minute. I did. I really like that one, and I actually traded it for the... I asked EVH if I could trade it for the EL34 version. Just personal preference, but they're both really, really good. Just saw the link you shared on Facebook with the pictures of '06 show at the Palladium with Animosity and other bands. Such a great flashback. What do you miss the most about those good old days? I miss being young, you know. I miss being not having a care in the world and just playing guitar and having an occupation where, you know, the toughest part of my day was what time I was going to get drunk and where would I find my underwear. Where in the bus, in the bay, underneath the bus, could I find my underwear? That was the hardest part of my day. I miss playing with all the bands that we've always played with, like Killswitch and Lamb of God, and I mean it's very rare that a tour gets packaged up now, where, you know, bands package up and, you know, you get Killswitch and Killswitch and Lamb of God are out right now. I mean, Unearth hasn't toured with Killswitch barely in our career, but we're all friends, and Lamb of God, we did a few tours with them back in the day, so it just never like really works out. So I miss like always being around the Every Time I Die guys and Norma Jean and Atreyu, and I mean there's just so many like really, really good times and laughs, and like bands like Terror and Madball and Sick of It All. Like I loved being a young kid and just touring with all these people that I idolized or my peers. One thing I can say is that, you know, there is a lot of competition in music that I've seen, and one of the things that I admire the most is that nobody in the scene back then, I mean, on the East Coast at least, was very competitive when it came to music. You know, if we'd play a show with Killswitch or Lamb of God or whatever, we just got up there and did what we did, and we weren't worried about who got a better response or this or that or the other thing. It was just more about like what we were doing after the show, if, you know, where we were going to go eat and like what kind of laughs we were going to go have. So, you know, and there's a lot of that now when I toured with As I Lay Dying. You know, a lot of times you're plotting to like where you're going to go after the show. Hey, there's a cool arcade bar up the street. Let's go there. Let's grab some of the guys from tour and go that and do that. And I love that part of tour where you're just kind of like, you know, late night walking a street with your friends and just doing stuff. Playthrough of The Swarm next. Gotta be one of my favorites from the recent Unearth albums. Have Buzz do it. That's one of his songs. I haven't played that in years. We really don't play it live, but I'm sure if they saw this live stream, they would start playing it live, and Buzz would be a good guy to hit up about that. Is there anywhere I can get the electro socket jack for the Gristletone? I made a baritone Tele Deluxe with metal front cavity cover, and I want to use moderns with the universal battery pack. For years, well, just to specify, the Greg Koch signature. I'm gonna head over to the Fishman home page. Let me just tell you what's kind of happening so you understand. Look at that, everyone. Jen Majura, one of my faves. Okay, so we're going to go to the Greg Koch signature Tele set. And what you're going to see here is Play Popeye. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Miss you so much. I want to see you play Popeye on your Instagram. I missed that. That was one of the greatest moments of my life. The accordion player for what band were you in at the time? So good. I can't remember, but she played accordion. And I made her play Popeye for me every day after the show. It's good to see you. It's been forever. Hopefully we can meet up on tour soon. So let me get back to this. Sorry. So the control. So this jack right here is an independent jack, but it plugs right into this control cavity. And this is a control cavity that has all the guts. There's no preamps underneath these two pickups, and they slave off of this. So this comes as a kit, and this was made for what you think it's made for, right? To power this whole set. This can be converted into a you know, what do you want to call it? Like a independent battery, like the rest of the batteries we have. But the problem is a specific cabling, and there's issues with, you know, we haven't put it out as a product yet, and it may take some time. There has to be a real big want for it, but it'd be pretty expensive. But yeah, there's a way to hook it up, but it's you know, it's currently, it's one of those things you unfortunately can't obtain right now. But yeah, you should try to grab the, should probably try to grab the Universal PRO BBK 101. That's the one you want right there. That's the one you want. Anyway, maybe you can work that into the mix. I'm sorry, I wish I had a better answer for you. Is there any way... Here again, as always, good to watch your stream on my break. Had a quick question. When did you guys first see Evertune, and when did you get to try one? Oh, I answered that at the beginning of the live stream. I met up with Cosmos, the owner of the company, and he was telling me all about the product, and I checked out one of the designs, and I knew exactly what its limitations were, but I also knew exactly how great it could be. So I tried one out, and I've been hooked ever since. It was a really, really good piece of technology. Blinded, I'd love to see it. All right, let me see if I can play. What about Darkest Nights? I played Darkest Nights already. I could probably play Blinded for you. Hey, do you know if there's a strap battery pack that'll fit an Ibanez RG Edge style? Yeah, of course. Just get one of these. Sorry, the site is way doing its thing. This is perfect right here. Rechargeable battery pack for Strat. It has the same holes. I mean, same configuration. So you shouldn't have a problem with that. Am I not showing you the site? Okay, there you go. Yeah, rechargeable battery pack for Strat. This is the one that you want. It fits on all my Ibanez guitars. So that's a good solution. That's a really good solution. Very curious if you listen to film soundtracks. If so, what is your favorite composer, if I may ask? I mean, how could you say John Williams isn't great? I just think that John Williams probably the greatest. I mean, Star Wars and all the stuff that he's done. Didn't he do E.T. too as well? But yeah, I mean, again too, I love when you know, soundtracks are curated too as well. I know, I mean, Danny Elfman's really great too. But I like when a soundtrack's curated, like, you know, Revenge of the Nerds, or you know, I'm dating myself, but like any movie, like how about Back to the Future? You know, you got amazing, you know, Huey Lewis in the News and all these great, like, you know, artists that get curated for a movie. And I like that because, like, when you're, you know, in a moment in a movie, if you pull a song from a band, it has like a vibe. Whereas like a composer, you know, kind of just writes the thing that they write, and it's you know, there's a theme. But you know, to each his own. I was watching the Alcatraz performance with As I Lay Dying. Amazing performance from you. To Nick drumming, ADN, the bass is on vocals, it absolutely killed it. Yeah, that Alcatraz video killed. I mean, like, we watched it back. It's so funny. The band very rarely like gets together and watches like live videos of us on tour. But that particular night, there wasn't much to do after the show. We were basically like sitting in the bus, not just chilling, not doing anything. And it was pretty incredible. Like, we got to see like our show that night right then and there. And we were like, whoa, we sound like a CD, you know? So we had one of those oh my God moments, definitely backstage when we played Alcatraz and then got to see the live stream right after we were done playing. Well, not after we were done playing, but later that night. Dragon Force was also on 06. Yes, Herman Lee. Yo, Ken, what's good? Nothing much. Covering Darkest Nights at an open mic this Monday. Drop A with someone on vocals. That's so cool. That's awesome. Nice thank. Yes, that was the case. Okay, I'm trying to go through these really quickly. Do you know what would be the Fishman equivalent to a DiMarzio Fusion Edge warm, thick sounding pickup? Try the somewhere in between like a Javier or maybe a classic. Try one of those two pickups for sure. The Crow soundtrack and Eddie and the Cruisers were awesome too. Yeah, Eddie and the Cruisers can't go wrong with that. How does the fluff pickup compare to the modern classic Fluence? Thanks. Let's go to it. Ryan Fluff Bruce has a pickup out with us. It's brand new. As you can see, there was also another, the Thomas McRockland was there too. But yeah, it's very similar to a modern, but as you can see, the topology is different. So this is a hybrid magnet configuration. Right here are screws, and underneath here is a blade. So first of all, the blade's going to create a lot of smoothness, which is similar to a regular modern. There's a smoothness about the tone on the decay. Now, pole pieces create chaos in the decay. So you're going to get a combination of the two of those, just sonically first. So you might recognize that as like, oh, even though it's an active pickup and it's on the active setting of an active pickup, it's kind of like passive-y. So yeah, you might get that a little bit of that vibe. So that's one way that it differs. But another one is just that Ryan in his preferred voicing, he uses a high frequency tilt. So he knocks off a lot of the top end of his pickups because he likes them a little dark. So we did that for him on this particular pickup, and that's how it differs. Voice 2, again, the magnet structure changes the tone significantly. But yeah, that's the way it's different. So I'm glad you popped in and asked. Alcatraz show is fire. Guys, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I am going to play one more song for you just because my man Mark over here asked for what song? Blinded. Yeah, I'm going to play Blinded, and then we're going to kind of cruise. So, all right, here's Blinded from Mark. Hey guys, I'm having problems right now. Hold on a second. Something happened to my my studio. I think my amp fried. Oh, guys, I think I have a broken amp over here. So I apologize. I can't play my last song for you. Anyway, listen, I'm going to cut it here then. So I apologize. Don't forget to head over to www.fishman.com. Check out our acoustic, electric, MIDI, amplification. If you have a question, this site definitely has an answer for you. So I really, really appreciate everyone showing up today. I'd like to thank Fishman for letting me do these live streams. They're really helpful for you. They're really helpful to me to getting the word out. So everyone on Instagram, everyone on Lower the Rigs, everyone on Fishman Facebook or Twitch, thank you so much for participating in this live stream. I love you all. I will be back next Wednesday and we'll do this again. Hopefully I'll have an amp that works. All right, guys, thank you so much.